He works at it. He picks the things up well. He's a diligent worker. He's a guy that really puts time in to learn the system. And he took a lot of steps forward this spring. So now we're looking for the progression of the summer of being able to carry it over and now start to get game ready.
What are your impressions of Lorenzo Styles Jr., what he's going to be for you guys, and how quickly he'll be in the season?
We just got to see how it goes, but so far I've been impressed with it. You know, I mean, he's a mature guy that works hard, has a good brain on his shoulders. You know, good size, good speed. You know, obviously has genes. You know, man, loves to play football. So you know, we just look forward to seeing him and get a chance to work with him. I haven't got a chance to work with him yet, but I'm looking forward to it, man, and look for big things from him.
Unlike other guys that you look at in the portal where you have a lot of film to go off of at that position, obviously you don't have that for him. What did you guys look at, or who did you talk to get to think that this was right?
Well, you know, obviously he played it in high school. You know what I mean? So he played both ways in high school. So he has the skill set for it. And then, you know, just he's been around. You know enough. You know of being around the game to see guys that can make the transition. He has the mentality. He has the attitude for it. You know what I mean? So and he has the physical makeup.
From talking to people at Notre Dame, from talking to Lorenzo, how was his position switch going in spring ball there?
It's going pretty good so far. You know what I mean? Like I said, we haven't had a chance to do a lot on the field because he didn't go through spring. But everything's been good. The adjustment has been good. He's fitting in well with the players. Obviously, with Sonny being here, the relationship and the chemistry with the other guys have mended well so far. So just looking forward to that to keep progressing.
What is the learning curve for somebody who hasn't played that position in a couple of years to make a transition and that sort of thing?
It'll take a little time, but you know, like I said, yeah, he has a good football IQ. He played it in high school, so it's not like he's never played the position before. He's done that, you know what I mean? So and so he played both ways in that in high school, and like I said, he has a guy that has a pretty good football IQ, so I don't see it being a hard transition.
Tim, what's the next step for you?
Now just really working on technique. Now mastering the technique and then learning the details of the defense. He was able to get a few days of spring, get the general concept of it. So now mastering the techniques and now having an overall knowledge of the scheme and knowing how to apply it and when to apply it.
It seems like exiting spring, Denzel had a lot of momentum, a lot of buzz. Do you think he's like locked in there as your number one corner, or are you keeping that kind of open and making sure those guys are competing for that spot every day?
Everything is always open, man. You know what I mean? You have to. Like I said, this is a competitive deal. He had a great spring. He did a great job, man. He's locked in. He's our leader over there. You know, so I don't see much happening with that. But you know, we keep that as you know. Guys got to go compete, you know, and that's what we try to do and keep guys hungry for us so we can make sure we're playing the best guys.
You see the same way you see once he got back to 100%.
Oh yeah, he also had a really good spring. You know what I mean? He's another guy that's smart, very mature, understands the game. You know, really knows how to understand routes. Like I said, he had a really good spring, and like I said, he's working hard so far this summer. So, like I said, looking forward for him to continue on the streak that he's on.
How different is Denzel this offseason compared to where he was at last year? Is it just a matter of being healthy? Is he more confident? Is he more dedicated to his craft?
I just think it's a combination of everything. You know, he got hurt a little bit last year, so now you know he's healthy all spring. He's a second year in the system. He's locked in, he's dialed in with it. You know, he's one of the leaders over there in the room. So it's a combination of everything. You know, the maturation process, being healthy, second year in the system, the leadership part of it. You know, he's dialed in. So I'm really pleased the way he's been handling himself, the way he performed this spring, and looking forward to continue that throughout the summer.
Where have you seen Joanne since he got here? He's one of the guys that you've got to work with since he first got here. Where have you seen him grow?
He's got bigger. He's got stronger. You know what I mean? His on the field play is stronger. You can say he's picked up more muscle. Again, these guys you should see the progression because of the second year in the system. You know what I mean? Those guys they had a season, they had an off season, they had a spring under their belt. Now, you know, this is not new to them anymore. It's done got stronger. The body's starting to develop, understand the game more, understand the nuances, splits, formations, and all those things. So, you know, now we just have to keep developing it, keep carrying on, keep putting it in the right direction. But they're all taking the right strides and steps in to get where we want to go with that.
It seems like last year he got some playing time out of necessity. But you guys were a little banged up. What does he have to do to kind of
Just keep competing, man. You know what I mean? That's the deal. There's an open door policy with that. We compete every day, so everybody has to compete. Everybody has to continue growing. And it's about putting in work every day. You know what I mean? Success is rented, is never owned. Rent due every day. So, you know, you got to put in the work every day and keep competing, and then the chips will fall where the may with those guys.
Right now, are you looking at Lorenzo solely as a cornerback? I mean, you guys talked a lot in the spring about using some of those backup corners as safety. Is that a place you can end up too? Are you open to
corner right now? But it's all fluid, man. You know what I mean? As you start going through it, like I said, we just come out of spring. We haven't really chance to get deep into the summer yet. Once we do, we'll kind of see what the best fit for that stuff is there. But yeah, it's corner.
what do you like about him athletically?
Strong, he can run, he's physical, 195 pounds, you know, so you're talking about a guy that has good size, he's played the game, he's mature, he has the knowledge, now he just has to go get the experience back on that side of the ball, get the technique, and take time to go back through the transition of drill work and understanding the different movement skills that's come with that instead of
Tim, a guy like Lorenzo who's played wide receiver, do you feel like that helps him have that just natural ball skill, ability to kind of go get the ball in that sense?
Well, it helps them understand route progressions. You know what I mean? Playing that position has helped you dissect stems, how to finish at the top of the route, the formation on what route the teams like to run, because he played the position a little bit, so that all helps. And like you said, he played it before, so he has understanding. He's not just totally foreign to the position. Like I said, he did play it in high school, so there'll be some carryover. Now you just got to get back into the different movement skills.
What have you seen? What's the competition been like when you look at Jordan Hancock and Davison? How have they been throughout the spring and even now?
Yeah, we compete, man. That's why we keep it open like that, man. Guys compete, work. They both did a good job of competing. Other guys did. Jair did a good job of competing. All those guys have productive springs. And we just got to keep it going throughout the summer. It's about stacking those daily chips, man. We did it in spring. Can we keep it going throughout the summer? Got to get it going through training camp, and it has to progress over into the season. And I think that's the thing about getting top guys in here, man. You get guys continue to work, compete, earn it. Every day you have to bring your A game because the other guys are trying to get it as well.
There were times in the spring when we were in there, Jair would get some work in the nickel, maybe Ryan a couple times too. I was trying to remember how difficult or not difficult is that transition to play that corner and be able to slide to it.
It's different. It's different in there. It's a different skill set that you have to have because of the quick area close to the ball. Guys change of direction is really important, but we need to have that. We need to create the multiplicity of guys. You have to be able to do multiple things. So you fit the skill set of doing that. So it's different, but he did a good job of it.
Does that make it more challenging when you're trying to develop? He's still someone like Jair's early in his career. You probably want to get as many corner reps as possible.
Yeah, but like you said, you have to be able to have position flexibility to that. There's other guys doing the same thing. Ryan did it. Other dudes have to go through it. You just have to be able to move around a little bit to try to match body types and things like that. And he has good shoulder area quickness. And that's what you see a lot in the slot. So got a chance to put him there and work with it. And he did a good job of handling both.
What was Lorenzo's recruitment like when he went in the portal? Was it something you guys reached out to him and thought, did you guys need a corner? Was it just the fit?
It's a fit, You always just, it's kind of combination of things, man. Obviously he had a tie here, in a relationship, they recruited him out of high school, so they knew about him when he came out. Like I said, he played both ways. He played defensive back when he came out, so there was a familiarity with him when he came out. So we just kind of went through that process of visiting and ended up being a good fit for us.
How much does that speed things along when you've kind of people have recruited him before and have some familiarity? I know you didn't, but other people.
Yeah, but obviously it's easy, because I played with his dad. So me and Lorenzo played together. So I've been knowing him Lorenzo for a long time. So all that, the process of knowing each other, you know what I mean, know the background of the family, know the work ethic, know the discipline, you know, all those things help in that process.
Is that having those relationships with the family that close? Does that make things easier? Does it sometimes make it harder depending on how things go and what the expectations are there for how much you guys are playing, how much?
No, it just gives you a familiarity of yeah, you know what you're getting for is the work ethic and, you know, the toughness, the competitiveness, you know, things like that. You know, Lorenzo was a heck of a player, you know, when he played, and, you know, that understanding the game, what it takes to play, the sacrifice and the commitment that's needed for that, you know, it just helps with that part of it. You know what I mean? Obviously, they're different guys. They're, you know, one is a dad, one's such, so there'll be a different guy. They play different positions. You know what I mean? So it just gives you a little bit of the makeup of knowing a little bit about the structure and the foundation.
As you've gotten to know Sonny, do you see some of his dad in terms of mentality? Or
Yeah, you know, Sonny's a hard worker, tough kid, you know what I mean? Physical specimen, man. You know what I mean? Like I said, he's a guy that takes coaching real well, applies the information that's given. Obviously is a great character, good work ethic, you know, and really loves the game, has a passion to play the game, and is a good learner. So, you know, you apply all those things together, and hopefully, you know, you put it all together, you have a big year for it.
Everybody on the outside looks at it and says, obviously they have to find a way to get Sonny Styles a big role this fall. Do you guys look at it that way? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you guys like trying to?
Well, we just go through, man. We just go through and we try to put the best players in the best fit for us as a defense. That's what we try to do. You know what I mean? Obviously, he's a good football player for us, so, you know, obviously he'll be playing. You know what I mean? So we look forward to just trying to put him in the right spot.
Tim, how much have you heard from both Sonny and Lorenzo, how excited they are to play with each other again on the same field for the first time since high school?
Oh, yeah, they're excited about it, man. You know what I mean? Like I said, Lorenzo's made a great transition here so far this summer. And, you know, when you get a chance to play with your brother, man, you know, that's a good feeling. You know what I mean? They're both competitive. They're both from here in the area, man, so it's home for them. So anytime you get a chance to be in the same secondary with brother, that's a special moment, a special deal. So they're embracing that wholeheartedly.
Some of the things you get to do with them this time of year, looking at meetings and stuff?
Now, we don't get to do much now. You know, they just kind of lifting and running. That's what I say. A lot will be determined once we get back in the summer camp. Right now, they're just doing more lifting and running and things like that on their own. Coach Mann.
Coach, what are the biggest things with Jordan and Davis kind of that battle there that you took away from the spring that you kind of told both those guys what you need to see from them in the preseason to maybe separate or, you know, just the biggest constructive criticism?
Well, just keep competing, man. You know, I mean, obviously, you know, it's about, you know, who becomes reliable, you know, trustworthy, making plays, not giving up plays. You know, there's a lot of those things that go in, and that happens over a period of time. That's not one day. You know what I mean? That's going to go over the course of, you know, training camp. That's going to go over the course of, you know, the first part of the season. That's an ongoing process with guys. You know what I mean? So like I said, success is never owned, it's rented, man. Rent due every day. So every day you have to come with your A game, you have to put the work in. And we have a good group of guys that's competing, so everybody has to be on point and continue to progress, not make the same mistakes, make sure you're producing at a high level. That's the expectation. And then we'll just keep evaluating as the time goes on.
What do you feel like are the biggest differences in those guys' skill sets?
Well, they both have, you know, similar ways. You know, obviously, Davidson is very long. Jordan, you know, he's really good up top with his eyes, man, and the brain. He sees the game really well, man. He's very instinctual. You know what I mean? He can feel, he has a great feel for the game. He has real good ball skills. You know what I mean? He has a high IQ. You know what I mean? So his anticipation factor, his instincts are very good. You know, Davidson is long. You get hands on him. You know, he's very competitive. You know what I mean? So you have different things, you know, so we just try to make sure we put them in the right spot so we get to maximize everyone's skill set.
You mentioned Davis playing. How much does that help at the line of scrimmage? Even more so, like obviously it helps you ball in the air, but at the line of scrimmage.
It helps a lot, man. You know what I mean, you get hands on guys. So, you know, now them being right at 6'2", you start seeing the 6'3", 6'2.5" size receivers, he can match that. You know what I mean? Because of that length, his competitiveness, that helps a lot. Get hands on guys at the line of scrimmage. So it really won't be an advantage for the person for tall receiver. It also helps at the top of the route as well. You know, that height and length. It helps a lot at the top.
We've heard a lot about Denzel. Have a guy like that this offseason. How much does he help push everybody, and how much he's improved, and how much he's kind of pushing the top?
It helps a lot, man. I mean, you know, man, he's been around. He's the vet of the group. You know what I mean? So he has a lot of playing experience, a lot of play time. So now he's, you know, one of his roles will be to try to teach the younger guys the nuances of the game. You know, when the coach is not around. And he's in the huddle with those guys in the locker room to try to explain the little things that's going to be needed for us to excel at that position.
I can't do it right now. How you doing?
Good, man. Yeah, man. Yeah. Good to be back, man.
I'm on the road.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. Busy. Everywhere, man. LA, Arizona, Texas, Georgia, Florida, Ohio, Detroit. Yep. I like it.